morning, and welcome to the 505th Test and Training Group's second quarter virtual awards ceremony. I am Technical Sergeant Joshua Brown, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. First, I would like to recognize our Group Commander, Colonel Francisco Galay, our Deputy Group Commanders, Wing Commander O'Flaherty, Lieutenant Colonel Sean Hobbs, and Lieutenant Colonel Barbara Ziska, our Group's Superintendent, Senior Master Sergeant Jacinta Buckhalter, and our Group's First Sergeant, Master Sergeant Alfred Tovar. Finally, I would like to welcome all the Squadron Commanders, Squadron Superintendents, nominees, supervisors, friends, and coworkers tuning in today. Today, we honor individuals who have been recognized for their superior performance. These professionals have gone above and beyond expectation in the performance of their duties. In part, it is through their efforts that this test and training group is continually recognized as the lead organization in conducting premier testing, evaluation, training, and tactics development across command and control, sensors, and battle management weapon systems. Ladies and gentlemen, before we recognize our quarterly award nominees and winners, we would like to highlight some of our other outstanding performers who will be competing at the Wing for the following awards. For the Lance P. Syjan Leadership Award, in the Junior Enlisted category, Senior Airman Jerome Gray from the 505th Training Squadron. In the Senior Enlisted category, Master Sergeant Jaden Hodge from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Det 3. In the Junior Officer category, Captain Armando Mercado from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron. And in the Senior Officer category, Major Quan Patton from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron. For the Tuskegee Airmen Awards, in the Non-Commissioned Officer category, Staff Sergeant Grace Klein from the 505th Training Squadron. And finally, in the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer category, Master Sergeant Jesus Torres from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have all been waiting for. Today's outstanding performers have won at both the squadron and group level and will now compete at the Wing. Please join me in a round of applause for all of the outstanding personnel we will recognize today as nominees. They've all contributed greatly to the success of our mission. We will now announce our quarterly award nominees, followed by the winner from each category. Without further ado, let's get started. The 505th Test and Training Group Airmen of the Quarter nominee and winner is, from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 2, A1C Giselle M. Kreiner. As an administration technician at Detachment 2, 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Airman Kreiner single-handedly led the CSS during her counterpart's convalescent leave, ensuring critical system access was gained and continued mission support for 20 members. Additionally, she was sought out by the 5th Combat Communications Group commander to manage the acquisition and flying of his retirement flag on the installation flagpole, attaining certificates, and proffering the ceremony that honored 27 years of faithful service. The 505th Test and Training Group Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter nominees are, from the 505th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Tiffany B. Solomon. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 1, Technical Sergeant Jonathan P. Santana. And from the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Technical Sergeant Patrick B. Timmerman. The 505th Test and Training Group Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter is, from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 1, Technical Sergeant Jonathan P. Santana. Tech Sergeant Santana serves as Radar Systems Test Manager, Detachment 1, 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Tinker Air Force Base, Oklahoma. During this period, he identified smoke and fumes during 2 aircraft inspections, enabling the crew to safely evacuate and preventing damage to a $500 million asset. Tech Sergeant Santana also led 2 separate multi-base classified message incident investigations that contained sensitive data and allowed the fast restoration of device access for the affected individuals from the Airborne Warning and Control System Combined Task Force. The 505th Test and Training Group's Senior Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter nominees are: from the 505th Training Squadron, Master Sergeant Frank Gilman. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 1, Master Sergeant Jason D. McCombs. And from the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Master Sergeant Andrian J. Downs. The 505th Test and Training Group Senior Non-Commissioned Officer of the Quarter is: from the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Master Sergeant Andrian J. Downs. During this period, Master Sergeant Downs aligned squadron priorities with COVID-19 limitations. He organized 10 remote long-range radar evaluations across the United States and Canada, enabling the intercept of 14 Russian aircraft off the coast of Alaska. Furthermore, he coordinated Security Plus training for 25 personnel at 5 locations, prepping the squadron for RaidsNet secure network stand-up. The 505th Test and Training Group Company Grade Officer of the Quarter nominees are: from the 505th Training Squadron, Captain Kelly M. Santos. And from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, First Lieutenant Kurt L. Meyer. The 505th Test and Training Group Company Grade Officer of the Quarter is: from the 505th Training Squadron, Captain Kelly M. Santos. Captain Santos is an integral part of the Joint Interoperability Division Support Branch. She developed the electronic platform used to execute 2 course deliveries and multi-week international working group. She identified 461 equipment items for replacement and 4 contractors for $1 million in services. Lastly, she oversaw the equipment transition to teleworking, all while volunteering 25.5 hours to her community. The 505th Test and Training Group Field Grade Officer of the Quarter nominees are: from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Major Anthony N. Rodriguez. And from the 705th Training Squadron, Major David J. Lamb. The 505th Test and Training Group Field Grade Officer of the Quarter is: from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Major Anthony N. Rodriguez. Major Rodriguez distinguished himself by leading the first ever machine-to-machine integration event, leading 20 airmen and realizing the Chief of Staff's Joint All-Domain Operations Initiative. Additionally, he expanded the unit's operational testing events 150% by fusing the Joint Staff's experimentation mission with the squadron's test plans. The 505th Test and Training Group Civilian of the Quarter Category 2 nominee and winner is: from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Mr. Renicar Denon. Mr. Denong serves as the Information Security System Officer for Detachment 3, 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron. During this time, he fortified Common Mission Control Center operational test and evaluation standards unification by creating 4 accounts and enabling 7 organizations to merge 3,000 requirements for Air Combat Command's first capabilities and limitations report. Additionally, he led Neptune Eagle preparation and execution by creating 10 special access program and collateral accounts for 3 organizations, bolstering the United States Air Force Warfare Center's top priority exercise. The The 505th Test and Training Group Civilian of the Quarter Category 3 nominees are: from the 505th Training Squadron, Mr. David D. Davenport. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Mr. Jared W. Schaefer. And from the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Mr. Bradley J. Brooks. The 505th Test and Training Group Civilian of the Quarter Category 3 winner is: from the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Mr. Bradley J. Brooks. During this period, Mr. Brooks led the 84th Raid's Mode 5 development team and was a key member in its test and evaluation phase. His hard work resulted in the FPS 117th Fleet being the first U.S.-Canadian radar system certified for Mode 5 use. Furthermore, he directed 8 remote radar evaluations, which enabled the intercept of 14 Russian aircraft within the United States Air Defense Identification Zone. The 505th Test and Training Group Team of the Quarter nominees are: from the 505th Training Squadron, Training Support Element Team. From the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron, Detachment 3, Neptune Eagle Execution Team. From the 705th Training Squadron, Operational Warfare Team. And from the 84th Radar Evaluation Squadron, Remote Radar Evaluations Team. The 505th Test and Training Group Team of the Quarter is: from the 705th Training Squadron, Operational Warfare Team. The Operational Warfare Team distinguished itself as the 705th Training Squadron Team of the Quarter from 1 April 2020 to 30 June 2020. The team powered mission essential training through a global pandemic, graduating 27 active duty and guard, 13 Oscar officers, and preparing 9 combatant commands for joint, all-domain operations. The team also pioneered a squadron scenario design model, prototyping 3 advanced training exercises for 2 courses, saving the government more than $350,000. Last but not least, the 505th Test and Training Group Innovative Member and Team of the Quarter nominees are: from the 605th Test and Evaluation Squadron Detachment 3, Major Isaiah R.W. Warnke. From the 705th Training Squadron, Advanced Academics Virtual Learning Team. The 505th Test and Training Group Innovative Member/Team of the Quarter is: from the 705th Training Squadron, Advanced Academics Virtual Learning Team. The Advanced Academics Virtual Learning Team distinguished itself as the 705th Training Squadron Innovative Team of the Quarter. The team powered through mission essential training through a global pandemic, graduating 68 active duty and guard personnel for 5 component headquarters. Courseware was distilled down from 38 to 18 hours per course, all the while still meeting academic learning objectives. And despite being the first offerings of their kind, the courses were rated outstanding or excellent by 90% of attendees. Let's give one more round of virtual applause to our 505th Test and Training Group nominees and winners. Now, some final remarks from Colonel Galai.
All right, hello men and women of the 505th Test and Training Group. Welcome to another quarterly ceremony. I hope this finds you and your families doing well. Last quarter when I spoke to you, we were transitioning from an environment, a normal operating environment, to one where we have to deal with COVID-19. And you did so professionally and with passion. We still find ourselves operating in that environment, and that passion and that professionalism has continued unabated. Thank you for all the work that you've done to make that happen. You've continued to get it: testing, radar evaluation, and training. Remember, if you need anything, to reach out to your chain of command. Sergeant Buckholter and myself are always available in person, on phone, or via email. With 3 squadrons here on the Hobart campus, we've been able to get out and about and see a few of you in person, which has been fantastic. We haven't been able to get out to the raids, our detachments, or our operating locations, but we hope to do so soon. I'd like to give a big thanks to those that put this together: Sergeant Buckholder, Sergeant Brown, Ms. Hensley, Mr. Keel, Ms. Mendel. Also to our supervisors who took the time to nominate our personnel. I know it's a lot of work. But most especially to our nominees and our award winners. You continue to excel and provide the shining example of what all the members of the TTG are doing. Finally, please take care of yourselves and your families, and I look forward to seeing you around. Thank you for everything you do for our group and for our nation.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I just wanted to give a virtual shout out to all of our Master Sergeant Selects. Tech Sergeant Adam Bourgeon from the 84 Raids, Tech Sergeant Jamie Azar from the 605th TES, Tech Sergeant Donald Kiefer from the 505th TRS, Tech Sergeant Randy Meese and Matthew Ray from the 605th TES, Det 3, and Tech Sergeant Brandon Wilson from the 605th TES, Det 1. Congratulations to all of you guys. This is a huge milestone, and welcome to the Senior NCO tier. Next, I would like to congratulate all of our award noms for the Saigon and Tuskegee Awards, and especially our second quarter award noms that will be competing at the wing. Best of luck to all of you guys. Last but not least, I would like to impart some words of wisdom. We've been in this pandemic for about 4 to 5 months now. My challenge to you is to take this obstacle and use it as an opportunity to accomplish some of the things that you've been putting off for a while, personally or professionally. Take care and look out for each other. With that being said, thank you and have a great Air Force Day.
Thank you, Colonel Galai and Senior Master Sergeant Buckhalter. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you everyone for attending and have a great Air Force Day.